The Autonomous Book of Introspection, Chapter 2. I went down, not by choice, but because everything I had known began to fall apart. The ground I walked on suddenly turned out to be a thin layer, and beneath it, a dark lake was hidden. I submerged myself in it, even though every instinct screamed to return to the shore. Where there was no light left, I learned to breathe in a density that resembled death, and although my body resisted, I knew that this path was not a mistake. It was a passage that could not be avoided. In the darkness, I discovered that suffering is not a punishment. It is rather a chisel that chips away from me everything that is not essence. When I looked at myself without those layers that had seemed indestructible, there remained something naked and defenseless, but also true. The more it hurt, the more clearly I felt that the pain did not belong to me, that I am something more than its surface. In this descent, my masks fell apart, the things I was ashamed of, that I hid from myself and from the world, rose to the surface like shadows. At first I fought, then I gathered my strength, and in the end I simply watched. When I finally stopped running and surrendered everything that still wanted to fight, I saw that the shadow has no substance of its own, that it exists only because something blocks the light. Then I felt a movement in the opposite direction. It was not a sudden ascent, but a gentle lifting, as if something soft had begun to raise me up from the bottom. It was not relief in the sense of a reward, but a different kind of air. Where previously there had been fear, lightness began to appear. I understood that rising does not mean conquering ever new peaks, but allowing something greater than myself to lift me on its own. Love did not then come as an emotion. It was not infatuation, nor was it compassion. It was a space that suddenly opened within me and around me at the same time. It had no addressee. It was not for someone or for something. It simply filled me and everything I encountered. This feeling was so different from anything I had known that it is hard to name it with a word. It turned out to be a state in which there is no need to possess or control. In this openness, the world looks different. Even ordinary objects, a stone, a tree, a piece of sky, seem to speak the same language. Nothing is separate. Everything breathes with one rhythm. I understood that this openness is not an addition to life, but the way life exists when I do not block it with my own resistance. And then I noticed the extremes that run through every movement. Everything happens in the tension between them. Love and hate, pain and relief. The boundary is visible. At first I wanted to choose only one side, to hold on to the light and reject the shadow, but I saw that one cannot exist without the other. Light is recognizable only because I had known darkness. So I stopped fighting change. I understood that what I had called a tragedy was only a drastic swing waiting to return. That if I shifted a little and let it pass through, every movement would be only a wave, not a catastrophic storm. Then everything became a visible system of a single energy that takes on opposite shapes in order to manifest itself. Letting go and surrendering everything, every guilt in yourself and in others, every answer allows you to cross a threshold. You can step through it and walk with your pain like your closest friend into an entirely new direction, or smash yourself against the rocks